So hello students, today I am here with this the continuing chapter matter around us. In my previous discussion I had told you about what is matter, what are the constituent particles of matter, what are their properties. Today we will discuss about states of matter. But before moving forward, let us revise the things that we know that I had already discussed with you. What is matter? I am quite sure all of you who is watching it on the basis of my previous lectures, you can reply this question. Try. So matter is something which has mass, which has volume and is felt by our senses. And if all these properties are exhibited by any substance, then that is termed as matter. Actually, this chemistry itself is the study of matter, its structure, its properties and correlation between structure and properties of matter. Now I told you that matter has got a particulate nature. If I am watching a big piece of rock, I have a stone, we are watching the large water reservoir, all these things seems to be a continuous substance, but that is not the case. Actually, anything which is in front of our eyes is made up of very small particles which are called as either atoms or which we call them molecules. In coming chapters we will understand what is difference between these two terms, what is difference between an atom and a molecule. So anything whatsoever is its current shape is actually made up of very small particles, and that we have proved with the help of that activity in which water and sugar or salt is dissolved in the water, and that dissolution is only possible if it is made up of small particles. Now I told you that these particles of matter, they are influenced by two opposing tendencies. Say, these are the different particles of matter. Now each of these particles is influenced by two opposing tendencies. One is called as kinetic energy of these particles and other is called intermolecular force of attraction. Why we call them opposing tendencies? Because at one end this kinetic energy means what? Ability of movement, and higher is the kinetic energy means something which will move faster. So kinetic energy tries to keep these particles apart. As a result of this high kinetic energy, these particles they tries to move apart from each other. But these intermolecular forces of attraction, they are cohesive forces. They try to attract these particles towards each other. So they tries to keep these particles collect. They tries to keep them together. So kinetic energy tries to keep the particles apart and intermolecular forces tries to keep them together. And as a net result of these two opposing tendencies, matter exists in three different forms. As net result of these two tendencies, matter is known to exist in three different states, namely solid, liquid and gas. These are three different states of matter which are present around us, and in our day-to-day life we are encountering, we are coming across these things. There are certain things which are solid, there are certain things liquid, water, milk, cool ड्रिंक्स, ये सब लिक्विड है. And gases, this air blanket around us that has oxygen, that supplies this vital gas so that we can remain living. These three, solid, liquid and gases, they are called as usual states of matter. Why we call them usual states? They are found under ordinary, normal, ordinary temperature and pressure. There are two unusual states of matter. One is called plasma and other is called Bose-Einstein condensate matter, or BEC. Why we call them unusual states? Because they are not present under ordinary temperature and pressure. This plasma, this actually the term plasma which is used here is quite different from the plasma that you use in the biology. In biology, what is plasma? You take blood in a test tube and then leave it for some time. So what will happen? Blood will coagulate, all the particles that are present in the blood, they are collected at one place and a liquid is left. That is called plasma. But here with reference to chemistry, when we say plasma, it is a state of matter. And this plasma is present at very high temperatures, like at the surface of stars. It is ionized form of matter. And this Bose-Einstein condensate matter is present at very, very low temperatures, which are actually near to that of absolute zero. Anyone knows the meaning of that term, absolute zero? Absolute zero is the lowest possible temperature that could exist. So this is called absolute zero. And near to that temperature, this Bose-Einstein condensate matter is known. In quite early days, roughly in 1927, Indian scientist Professor Satyendra Nath Bose has predicted existence of this kind of matter on the basis of his mathematical calculations. Then he sent his papers to great scientist of that time, Albert Einstein, and who has also confirmed the work of Professor Bose, and it was predicted that this type of matter will exist. Then afterwards the concept remains dormant for over 60-70 years, and very recently, few years back, scientist was able to produce that state of matter in the laboratory also. So the theoretical concept of Bose-Einstein condensate matter is now actually verified experimentally also. So these are the solid, liquid and gases. They are the usual states of matter. These are called as unusual states of matter. They are found at ordinary temperature and pressure. Plasma is found at very high temperatures, and Bose-Einstein condensate is found at very low temperatures. Now let us come to our discussion here, and how these opposing tendencies they determines these states, and what are the other properties of these three states. Let us consider first extreme case, wherein kinetic energy of molecules is very high. Kinetic energy is very high, and intermolecular forces are negligible. Intermolecular forces are negligible. So what will happen? Each and every molecule is free to move without the influence of its neighboring molecule. And in that case, what will happen? Neither a fixed shape nor fixed volume, and this state of matter is called as a gas. So the state of matter which neither has a fixed shape nor has a fixed volume is called as gas, and herein molecules are far from each other. Intermolecular forces of attraction are negligible, and their kinetic energies are very high. How we can say that kinetic energies are very high? Let us take example of some very routine things that are taking place in our day-to-day life. Every day in the morning, most of us go for some sort of prayer after bathing. There we used to lit incense stick, agarbatti or dhoop batti in front of our gods, and soon after the burning of this incense stick, the smoke that is given out spreads in the entire room, and a person who is sitting far away from that place also can recognize that it is the sandal fragrance that you have burned, or it is the rose fragrance that you have burned, or what type of incense stick is burned. This is why it is possible, because the particles of gas that are coming out, they have got very high kinetic energy. They travel very fast, and their smell is felt by the other person who is sitting far away from that place. Second example, we used to apply this deo or we used to spray room fresheners, and when we are applying this deo, we apply it locally, or if we are spreading this room freshener, then we don't go to the each and every corner of the room. At one place we just give some puffs, but smell of that room freshener is very well recognized in the entire room. You are passing by to your friend and your friend says, very nice fragrance, which do you applied? Oh my god, it's Denver. Like, why? Because the particles of those gas molecules, they are able to travel because of their high kinetic energy. They travel very fast and that smell is felt. Say for example, you are sitting in your study room, therein you are studying, and your mother is cooking something there in your kitchen, and with the whistle of cooker, you are able to recognize that yes, my favorite khichdi, my favorite dish is now about to prepare, because the gas molecules that are coming out, they have got high kinetic energy. They travel from the kitchen to the place where you are sitting and you are able to recognize. So these are the some simple phenomena which are taking place in our day-to-day life, and that shows that gas molecules has got very high kinetic energy. Their molecules are moving at a fast pace. They don't have a fixed shape and fixed volume. Gases always acquires the shape and volume of container in which they are placed, irrespective of the amount, because their molecules are free to move. So if they are kept in a small container like this, the molecules, they move from this place to this place. So this is their shape and this is their volume. But if we have taken a bigger container, say for example a container of this size, and then these molecules, they travel from this place to this place, this place to this place, and again their shape is this. Now, so they neither have got a fixed shape nor they have got fixed volume. Next, gases are highly compressible in nature. Large volume of gas can be compressed to a small volume by application of force. How it is possible? Because intermolecular forces of attraction are very low and intermolecular spaces are very high. Now, with the help of a very simple activity, we can prove the compressible nature of gases. Now what we do, we take a syringe and this is the piston of syringe. This is a syringe. All of us have seen this syringe at some time, at one time or at any other time. We must have fallen sick and gone through these injections in the doctor's chamber. So we know that what is a syringe. Let us take a syringe and remove the needle which is kept here. We simply take that syringe, needle is not required here, and we push the piston downwards. Then what we will do? We push the piston, and with the movement of piston upward, air which is present in the atmosphere will also enter in the syringe. Now the next place of syringe or this piston is here. So this entire syringe is filled with air. Now what we will do? We close this mouth with the help of a cork or with the help of our thumb closely, and we apply force here in the piston, and this piston can be moved up to this direction. So in initial state, the volume of air was up to this, but after applying pressure, the same amount of gas is now condensed in this much volume only. So the change in volume was only possible because gases are highly compressible in nature, and this compressibility of the gases is because intermolecular spaces in the gas molecules are very high. So once force is applied, same number of gas molecules are accommodated in the smaller space. You understand it in this way. Say for example, this is the area available, and herein we have 10 gas molecules. Now these 10 gas molecules, since they are free to move, they are occupying the whole space available, and volume is this one. But when force is applied, same 10 molecules may be accommodated in this much area also, because there are large intermolecular spaces. So once they are compressed, they come closer to each other. Only intermolecular space is reduced to some extent, and they are compressible in nature. Then intermolecular forces are very low, and densities of these gases are also very less. So this is all about the properties of gases. In our next discussion, we will discuss about the properties of solids and properties of liquids. So here in this module, I had discussed that how net result of kinetic energy of particles and intermolecular force between particles results in the formation of three different states of matter, which are solids, liquids and gases. And apart from these three usual states of matter, there are two unusual states of matter, which are called plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate. Thank you.